Hello, how are you doing? I'm here to talk about why Terraria is a good game and you should play it. Now, the first question you might have is, what is Terraria? Well, according to Wikipedia, Terraria is a 2011 action-adventure sandbox game developed by Ray Logic. This game features exploration, crafting, building, painting, and combat with a variety of creatures in a procedurally generated 2D world. Now, when you first read or hear that definition, you might think to yourself, this is just 2D Minecraft. And, well, you'd be wrong. But I understand why you think that, because I had the same reaction when I first looked at the gameplay and played Terraria. But what I think it sets apart is different from Minecraft is how Terraria does its progression and how it does its exploration. An example of this is when you first spawn into the world, right? So you first spawn into the world and you're chopping down trees, and eventually you build your little house because you do not want to be caught out at night, because that's bad, just like in Minecraft. And then maybe you'll wait for another day, and eventually you find a cave. And you find a cave, you go down in the cave and you see ores, and you start mining the different ores because just like in Minecraft, ores give you weapons and armor, right? And so you start mining ores and you're mining, and then you come across a chest and you're like, oh, a treasure chest. What's in there? So you look in the treasure chest and it's all kinds of loot in the treasure chest. You can get anything from, a weapon, actually tons of different weapons, accessories, the ores you are mining, potions, money, all kinds of random stuff, because finding a chest is somewhat random, so you're like, oh, you find your first chest, you loot all the ore, you're like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool, I like that. So then you continue mining, like I said, digging for ores and trying to find treasure chests. You're digging all around in the different caves and stuff, and then eventually you come across a heart-shaped item, and you dig that, and it's a life crystal, and you see, and then you hit that, and eventually your health increases. You're like, oh, so this is what this does. You're slowly discovering parts of the game. So you're going in caves and you're mining for ores, you're looking for treasure chests, and you're digging for heart crystals. This is how, to me, Terraria starts to get you with its addictiveness, because you're always looking for something, you're always doing something. And because of how Terraria is, there's tons of different biomes in the world. So, you might start off with the forest biome and looking underground there and digging for stuff. Then you can go into the winter or like the jungle, and they have their own set of chests and weapons and accessories that you can get. Right? So that's how, to me, Terraria starts to be its addictive personality, because Terraria is definitely one of those games where you'll be playing it at a reasonable hour, and then next thing you know, you look at the clock and you're like, how the heck has 8 hours already passed? Like, that's how good Terraria is of a game. And I haven't even mentioned the bosses, because Terraria has tons of bosses. I mean, tons of unique and interesting bosses. Like, you can fight anything from like a giant eyeball to a giant bee to a giant wall of flesh to like a giant mechanical worm to a golem to a pig shark dragon. Like, the bosses is crazy. They start off, somewhat easy and get to like, super really hard, where you're like flying around, dodging everything, kind of like almost like Toho. And you hear all this, you might think, okay, that sounds all good and good, but how much does this game cost? Well, the game is on Steam only for $9.99, $10. That's a steal. And Steam, sometimes they have deals also. You can even get it for $5, depending on the deal that you want. Plus, the game is constantly getting updated all the time. Even though it's like an over 12-year-old game, it's constantly getting updated. And because of the procedurally generated world and the RNG that goes in Terraria, your playthrough will not look like somebody else's playthrough, right? But it gives you a ton of replayability. And let's say you've beaten the game multiple times and you're tired of it, you can go and play with mods. And guess what? You can go on Steam, go to the mod loader and download that. It's also completely free. And some of these mods are really crazy, to the point where like you would think it's like officially part of the game. So all in all, I just think Terraria is a good game. You should play Terraria because game is good, and if you like good games and want to have fun, play good game. All right, have a good day. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching to the end of the video. This is my first time doing any kind of like somewhat animation. It's one of my dreams that I've had. I appreciate you for watching the whole thing. If you want to see more animation type videos, stick around because that's what I plan to be doing. All right. Hope you have a good day. Bye.